everybody? Oh my god. Hold on. I look crazy. Novi, what's wrong with you? What you want, baby? What you want? Want to say hi? Say hi, Novi. Say hi, Nova. She's like, no. No. You don't want to say hi? She's like, no, I don't. I do not. Greetings, everybody. How are you? This is the, I just want to do like a general message. What's up, everybody? Okay. This is Dominique. I don't know how to pronounce it. What's up, Mimi? Mellow Yellow, Bonita. What's greetings? Stacy. I don't know how to pronounce everybody's name, so please forgive me. What's good? So, I wanted to do like a general reading to close out the year. Okay, so then I will take some free questions at the end just to give you guys some love back. So let's go ahead and just tap into the general energy reading first. So my lighting is really bad. All right. So let's see what we have. Ooh. Miss Queen of Swords or Queen of Air wanted to come out. Like, she flew out on her own. So let's get into it. I'm just going with the flow. I don't know how this is gonna work. I'm just doing what it do. I'm going to pull a message from the what is this? The Angel Tarot. I'm gonna pull some actual tarot cards from the Witches Tarot. I'm gonna do some love messages. And so this might be a lengthy live. I can already pretty much feel it. So what I wanted to do first was to do a show reading. I might do like just an intuitive message first before I pull any cards, any shows. I want to do an animal message as well. I think it's called bibliomancy when you just randomly like pull a message from a book. I think that's what you call it. It's a form of divination. So I'm going to do that. And then we're going to get into this thing, okay? So first off, I want to call to my ancestors. I want to call to the guardians of the universe, the archangels. Ask for divine protection to surround this reading, me, and those who are meant to receive this message. I also ask that you protect this reading from any malevolent energies, okay? All right. What do we need to know going into the new year, this end of a decade? Anything that we need to know, close out, eclipse, please bring it to our attention. Please use your discernment to know what messages may stand out to you. So I'm getting heavy air sign energy. So a lot of you may have air in your chart if you're not a sun sign air. So like say, Libra, a Gemini, Aquarius person, maybe feminine energy because the Queen of Swords wanted to show herself. If you're wondering if you're divinely protected, like stop fearing. There's something about fear. Remove it. Divine Spirit, Archangel Michael, please cut cords with the energy and the spirit of fear. Remove it. You have nothing to fear. You're stronger than what you realize. Alright, I'm going to do some singing bowl energy because I feel some blockages and spirits highlighting it, so I'm going to remove it. I'm also going to light this candle right here. I believe this is an energy, like a positive energy. This shit smells so good. It smells like a baby, which, you know, that's good for new beginnings, right? I'm going to burn this candle. I'm going to put it in my salt lamp holder thing, whatever. And let that amplify the energy, clarify it, purify it. And I'm going to do a singing bowl just to balance and ground out the energies. stubborn energy. It's stubborn as fuck. If it's me, get me out of the way. Okay. I asked Spirit to remove me out of the way if this is my energy. I'm feeling like stubbornness. It's like a stubborn energy. There's a lot of fear. So the messages I was hearing as I was working the bowl, I heard, okay, so it's something about a new beginning, initiation. So when you're stepping into a new territory, there's always going to be a little bit of fear, right? So someone may be feeling like there's a new energy, like you're being guided to step forth and step out of your comfort zone. And of course, that's not easy for you. You may be feeling consciously, whatever. Another message I was getting to is something with, I lost it. I know it has something to do with the heart. It says something, it was like open, not open your heart, but something along the lines of that. It's like along the lines, I lost it because it came in quickly, but it was something along the lines of like step forth with your heart open, something along the lines of that. Whatever this energy is, it's very stubborn. Release, release. There you go. See how the energy shifted? Release. Wait, baby. Hold on. Hold on, Mama. Let me let you out. Hold on. Okay. Let me let my dog out real quick. Ugh. Hold on, baby. Okay. All right, that was interesting. So I started picking up like a block in the crown chakra. Like as soon as I got here, it was a resistance. It was that same energy block. Then I asked to release it. So I started getting tingles in my crown chakra. So for some of you, you got to trust yourself and your intuition and what you're getting, the messages that you're hearing from spirit when they come in. All right, so hopefully that worked the energy out and whatnot. Focus on what you need to release at this time. Like spirit will show you. Don't discount it. When spirit tells you something, trust it. Follow your intuition, follow your guidance. This is annoying me right now. I'm taking this shit off. So you have, I don't know why. I just seen the I don't know what a shrew is. A shrew and a Siberian tiger stood out to me. So I'm gonna read both from this messenger, this animal book, whatever. So a shrew, I'm gonna have to look it up because I don't know what that is. Vision in the dark. It says, watch energy levels and prepare for tougher times. You will see your way through the dark in spite of outside circumstances. So this has something to do with fear, like I said. And then the Siberian tiger represents passion. It says, expect an expansion of your power and sensibilities. This is what I was saying in the beginning. Control your passions. Do not let them become unpredictable. So this is, you're having to release control of where you're headed and where you're going. And that could be scary, especially if you're someone that's used to being in control. Queen of Swords energy does not have to be an air sign person or woman, but it can be. Usually, you know, Queen of Swords is very on guard, very protective of themselves, very logical, analytical. You know, swords are up. You know, don't fuck with me energy. So that could be how some of you are, and you have to let that energy go. If you're moving into new territories and new horizons, Spirit's telling you got to go in with your heart open, but don't forget to trust yourself. Alrighty, shells. What we doing? Whoa. All right. That's some interesting shells. This is an interesting one. It's like spirally. Looks like an ocean wave. Got two green ones. You have this regular one right here. It's, you know, and you got the little glittery gold one. Then you have this one. I don't really know what you would call it. I mean, it's interesting. Then you have some gemstones that came out. An amethyst came out. The third eye. And I believe this is an Apache tear. It's black. It's a black stone. And then you have this teardrop shaped rose quartz. So I'm getting a lot of heart energy with these. Heart wisdom. You have to listen clearly. Pay attention to, when it comes to matters of the heart, really listen. Okay? Really listen to yourself. Listen to what Spirit is telling you. There's a lot of heart chakra activity. Some of you, your heart chakra needs some work. Could be blocked. There's a lot of emotions that come in. I feel like it may feel like, I'm hearing tsunami, like a wave of emotions. Like it comes in very, like, it feels uncontrollable. You guys could be emotional. A lot of you could be very emotional at this time. A lot of times that's because you're purging, you're releasing a lot right now. So sometimes we get triggered to purge and release through, you know, crying or whatever, but that's usually because you're releasing, you're healing. So there's nothing wrong with that. I also feel like there's clarity that's going to come to you after this purging and releasing. This could be now or the time that you're watching this, whenever you watch it. You have a lot of wisdom, a lot of insight. I'm getting you have ancestors and spirit guides that are assisting you with profound wisdom. I heard ancient wisdom, guiding you and leading you to, I don't know, I keep hearing the word ancient things, ancient, something like that. The crown chakra, third eye chakra with the amethyst. You guys are highly intuitive or highly sensitive right now to your psychic abilities, or you're becoming more aware of your psychic abilities. Yeah, rose quartz. So when it comes to the matters of the heart and love, there is, like I said, some purging and releasing with that. And it does not have to be tears per se, but because it's shaped like a teardrop, I really do feel like intuitively this has something to do with love, and it could be past energies of love that you're just kind of like, you're going through the motions of energy, if that makes sense. You're going through the motions. Then you have this Apache tear. Again, this has something to do with um, emotions and releasing. And I feel like it's helping you with some sort of stubbornness. So don't hold that energy back because it has to go. Don't be stubborn, okay? Don't try to protect your feelings and your emotions. And you have to be vulnerable in the season because you got, I don't know why I heard you have work to do. Like, a lot of you guys you're being stripped. You're being like stripped of your ego, like heavy, and your blocks and your comfort zone, and like you're being guided to let all of that go. So however spirit needs to bring this in so that you can be completely open in a divine way, spirit's going to do it because you have work to do. You can't go in with fear. You're a warrior. You didn't go through all these things, by the way, just because or as a punishment or anything like that. I feel like black represents power, strength. It also represents protection. So you're protected. Protect your energy. Um, because you could be easily triggered right now. Make sure that you're not picking up on other people's emotions. You might want to carry certain crystals and stones with you at this time, or just, meditate, visualize a protective shield around you, call on your angels. Just be mindful of your energy and make sure that you can discern whose energy is what, because sometimes if you're an empathic person, or a lot of times when you're empathic, you can pick up other people's energy. So that's what I'm getting with the shells. Let's see. All right. Yeah, tap into your inner child too. Something with inner child needs to come out, or to have that faith of a child. Another thing too is a lot of you are going to be working with children in some sense. You already do work with children. You already work with children already, so it could be that for some of you, you're going to be doing spiritual work with children or helping children who are spiritual, have spiritual gifts. So like indigo children, crystal children, rainbow children, whatever. You yourself could be one of those. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, some of you are going to be working with kids. Some of you are going to be giving birth to kids next year that are highly spiritually intuitive. Very intuitive. Yeah, I'm doing general right now, and then I'll do some free pulls. You do astrology? I'm into astrology. You can hit me up in my email, waluchildreading@gmail.com. You can hit me up, see what it do. All right, angels, archangels, messengers of the divine, the Most High God, call to the archangels who are here to lovingly guide and assist us. What is the message before we end this decade? What is the message that you wish you deliver the collective that is meant to receive this message? Divine Spirit, angels, thank you. Whoa. Eight of Cups. This is emotional releasing. It says a desire to move on, the search for something more meaningful, spiritual and emotional growth. So right now, oh my God, my bad. So right now you guys are releasing emotions, like I said before. And it's because you're elevating. Some of you guys are like, it takes me back to a dream I had like a few years ago where I was underwater, and it was like I knew I was swimming up, and it was just kind of like I could breathe and everything. It wasn't like, oh my God, I can't breathe, I need to hurry up and get to the top of the water. But it was like, okay, I was passing through, and I was seeing some shit on my like each corner or whatever. I was seeing like mermaids. They weren't the most prettiest mermaids. Some of them looked kind of scary, but I wasn't scared, but they had, they looked different, and I saw different sea creatures and stuff. And I was just trying to get my way to the top, but it felt like it took forever to get to the top. But mind you, again, I can't breathe. It was just, okay, I got to get to the top. And I could see the sun, so that was what I was trying to reach. So I got up to the top of the water to where I could see everything. And I seen, like, it looked like the aces, the aces in the tarot with the hand that comes out of the sky. It looked like that, but it was reaching for me. So I feel like where you guys are is just like you are in this state of like, okay, well, I've been in this position for so long. When am I? It's like an emotional release. You're looking for a release where you are, and I feel there's something that's calling you to keep going. It's something that's calling you to keep going and keep persevering and moving forward. Because it's like you might be hit with so much emotionally for so many years, so much time, a long length of time or period of time in your life or what have you. Could have been a lot of emotional. Um, I just see like a lot of you need like a good ass cry, like for everything that you've gone through and everything that you're coming out of. You need like a good ass cry. I don't care if you're a man or a woman. I don't care if you like the hardest dude, woman. I don't care. You need a good cry and just like let everything out, because there's so much pent up emotions. And I feel like once you do that, you're gonna feel 10 times lighter and clearer. So it's like, think of this cup of water, right? Think of a cup of water where it's like you got water already in here, but you're just continuously pouring more water. It's just gonna be an overflow of emotions, and it starts to get to be too much. It's like messy, right? But if you can, like, well, take this into consideration. When we drink water, we're taking it in, right? But let's say you're releasing the water out of this cup through drinking it, right? Replenishing yourself. I feel like it's the opposite of purging, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes any sense, but like in order to fill your cup, you have to release emotionally. You cannot hold on to too many emotions, because you'll burst, right? You'll just bust. Like, let's use a balloon for example. You can't put too much water into a balloon, okay? You can only hold so much. When you think of the ocean, of course we think of infinite energy, infinite emotions, but it's like heavy energy when you think of being at the bottom of the ocean. It's heaviness. It's a lot. Water also represents portals too. So if you guys have been having dreams about water, pay attention to like where you're at, what's happening, what's going on, because these can be unseen things happening in the spirit realm, or unseen subconscious things that's going on within you that you need to address and that you need to release. So a lot of you, there's like some old energy that needs to be let go of. I don't know if that made any sense. I was just going with what I was getting. So if that makes sense, that makes sense. If it doesn't, it doesn't. The Seven of Earth. Seeds well planted, a temporary pause in action, unnecessary worry. So you're kind of in between states. You got the Ace of Air, which is the Ace of Swords. You're kind of in between states of being patient and waiting shit out right now. And I'm noticing you have an 8 and a 7. Those could be significant numbers to you. But it can also represent you have an 8 and a 7. So it's like progress. But if you look at it from this perspective, like, okay, well, I'm going backwards because I had an 8. Now I'm at 7. So I'm going backwards. But that's not what's happening. That's not what's happening. You're at a place where it feels like things are not moving forward, but this is a space where you need to be. I don't even want to say that this is a pause. I feel like this is more so of this is the process, and it is as it should be. as of right now. Um, because you put in a lot of groundwork, and a lot of these seeds have not um, they have not taken full fruition yet, but they are growing. And these are different levels and aspects of this fairy. I've never noticed this, that these pentacles holds a mirror image of this fairy right here. You see, she's right here, and it's kind of hard to see, but all of these pentacles are an image of her. So this is self-growth too. Like, you might feel like, well, I'm not doing shit. I'm not, I'm not here, such and such, and I'm not, I haven't accomplished this and blah, blah, blah. But there's growth. And spirit is like reiterating, your spirit guides and your ancestors are telling you seeds have been well planted. It's just going to take some time. But I don't feel like too much time. Like, really, I don't feel like that. I feel for a lot of you, it's very close. Some of you guys, this is about starting and initiating new things. It could be financially. You have brilliant new ideas and inspiration. Seeing the truth of a situation, a challenging beginning. The only reason why this is going to be a challenging beginning for you, because you're stepping into new territory. That's the only thing that's challenging about it. I don't feel like this is a bad omen at all. The Ace of Swords is also divine truth, but it also, to me, reminds me of divine protection as well. Divine clarity that's going to come. So just be patient. If you're feeling like overly emotional, you don't have any clarity, you don't know what to do, what's going on, like, sit in that energy for a reason. Like, be in it. Not saying to dwell in it and harbor it, like, just sit in this energy of confusion, but like accept where you're at this time. Like, just sit with it and be like, okay, I'm cool, I don't know everything right now, but I'm just gonna trust and just go with the flow. I'm gonna not be so gung-ho, because the 8 of Cups can represent an abundance. The number 8 itself is a number of abundance and infinity. So there's a lot of emotions here. There's a lot of abundance of emotions that I feel like need to be cleared out, just address, or just cry it out. Like I said, write it out, whatever you need to do. And 7 of Pentacles, the 7, I feel like this represents progression, but it's just like on a higher level that you can't see yet. What else? They have a lot to say. We have a lot of air. 7 of Swords and the 3 of Swords. The 7 of Cups. You have 3 sevens. 7 may be a significant number for some of you. And 7, like 777 usually is a good luck number for a lot of people. It represents fortune and luck. You think of Vegas. Some of you guys might be from Vegas, or something with Vegas is something significant to you. Maybe you're thinking about moving to Vegas, or you're thinking about leaving Vegas. For some of you, like, you feel like you need a transition or a change. There could be a gamble for some of you, a risk that you feel that like you want to take. Spirit is saying with the 7 of Swords, plans that need revision, more going on that meets the eye, poor timing. So it's not, I feel like the deception is that just because there's a delay right now, or a seemingly pause and like period of that, because I feel like it's connected to the 7 of Pentacles. It could be, well, I wanted to move, I want to move, or I want to do this and I want to do that, but I don't have the money, so that must mean that it's not meant for me to do it. Or it's just that, again, it requires, this is the period where you need to be right now. Things are not where you want them to be because it's not time. It's not saying that it's not supposed to, it's just not. So I feel like there's a lot going on behind the scenes. Like the card says, more that meets the eye. So there's much more that's happening. There's still some process of growth here. This energy right here is like, to me, something with growth. The 7 of Cups. So you have to make a decision, and if your emotions are all over the place, if this is like emotions all like it's just emotions running rapid, you can't really discern what you're feeling, what's what. If this energy is your energy, or if this is somebody else's energy around you, if this is something that you're carrying from past situations, or what, you gotta go within. And Spirit saying a complex decision that the need to do research, stop procrastinating. So a lot of the so-called delays For some of you, not everybody, but for some of you could be because you refuse to address the situation or address how you really feel about something. Things are not moving forward because it's kind of like procrastinating on some work that needs to be done, inner work. For some of you, the energies will start to move once you start to move. You know, spirit can only help so much, but it's like we got to play our role and do our part as well. But there's a lot of emotions on the table. There's a lot of options, different ways that things can go, but it's just like choose a direction and stick with it. Or, you know what I mean? The Three of Swords is here. It says great sadness, take time to heal, the need to forgive yourself and others. Yeah, this is a process of healing. Like, you don't want to leave any bullshit from the past and take it into your new energy, the new decade, the new year. You don't want to carry none of that. So Spirit's highlighting what needs to be looked at as of right now. Look at what needs to be looked at right now. What's coming up right now, okay? For some of you may be tired of me saying this, but I get inner child. There's a, looks like a mom and dad and their child, okay? Some of you guys are different from people in your family. You're different from your mother and father in some sense. Like, you're not meant to be like everyone else. You see, there's two white horses. The mom and father horse are white, and the child horse is brown. So you're different than them, or you're meant to be different. You're not meant to be the same. And a lot of that is forgiving your parents and forgiving yourself for some sort of differences that you have, or whatever the case may be. But for some of you, others of you, it's just time for you to heal. Period. Then it says Ten of Fire. Too much work, accept help from others, life is out of balance, stress-related health concerns. Okay, so you guys may be taking things a little bit too seriously and too heavy. Like, that's why Spirit's saying you have to release. Like, you gotta release. You cannot hold on to anything. It's okay to feel what you feel. It's okay to have those moments of confusion, have those moments of anger or whatever, but release it. Like, allow it to flow through you so it can be released. And it looks like this dragon is holding a birthday cake or something. They look like arrows, but they also look like birthday candles. So this is a period of rebirth and transformation. You're coming towards the end of a cycle. Tens represent endings, but they also represent beginnings, because I see zeros as silent numbers. So the one there is like a new beginning, and on top of that you have an ace here too. So this can represent an ending within a beginning, like you're giving birth to a new cycle. So it may seem like everything is heavy and everything's against you, but it's because it's like everything is coming up so you can clear it out. Okay. Also, be very clear on what it is that you want. Allow Spirit to help you. You don't have to do everything by yourself. You don't have to do this by yourself. You have help, spiritual help, and you have people around you to help you that have your best interests too. All right, let's see what else. Okay. Impulsiveness and detachment. And this is Aquarius energy and Aries energy. Organization, which is Capricorn energy. We're in Capricorn season. We're going into Aquarius, you know, sometime later this month. Or next month, sorry, January. But you have a lot of ones. Again, this is 11-11 actually, because you got 1, 11, and 10. So technically that's 11-11. So I feel like there's a need for you guys to take a step back, especially if you're a fire sign or an air sign, to channel this Capricorn energy right now and organize your path or your future, where you're headed. Because there's like a part of you that is like gung-ho, and there's a part of you that is like kind of procrastinates a little bit. Like, you get shit going and then you stop, or it's like two energies that kind of clash. Okay. So there's a need to ground these energies, to ground. Okay, because you got Mercury in Capricorn, so it's all about how you're communicating too. Communication is also a very big thing when it comes to um, manifesting things. Like, what are you speaking into existence? Like, it's a thing that we have to be consciously aware of what we say, and the power of our words and the power of the tongue. So there's work to be done. So just kind of speak into existence what you wish to see rather than the difficulties. Like, stop expressing what's difficult and what's not working and start setting into motion intentions of what solutions you wish to see. Some of you guys might need to detach a little bit from being overly emotional about your circumstances and where you're at right now. But if this is about setting intentions, I feel like Spirit does want you to move towards your goals, but not in an impulsive way. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. But it's something with 11s and 1s. This is new beginnings. This is enlightenment. Some of you guys are going to come into clarity about how to, I don't know how to explain it. The best way I can explain this energy is like to better organize your path ahead. Like, be more clear, more direct, and more grounded in your approach rather than all over the place. I'm sorry if I'm not like responding to everybody. So yeah, I'm just doing general energy right now, and then I'll figure out how to get to the free questions. All right, inspiration. Yeah, this is about setting your intentions, negotiation. An angel just flew by me. Work with your angels and ancestors' visions. Like, you got help. That's what I'm telling you. Like, you guys have help. You have help. So you have number 12 twice. 12 could be something significant for you. Number 3 maybe. Number 7 again. 7s could be significant to you. You have Venus placements, or not Venus, sorry. You have Pisces placements here. You have inspiration, which is Mercury in Pisces. You have Sun in Pisces. This is about dreams and goals and aspirations and creativity. So I get like Spirit is saying you will find luck with finding balance because you have Jupiter in Libra. Libra represents the 7th house, partnerships, connections, commitments of some sort. So this could be, you'll find much luck when it comes to working with Spirit, I feel, but also working with other people, like sharing visions and bouncing ideas off of each other, or just allowing Spirit to be, you know, your team, like work with you with your visions and your goals so that you can implement these things. Because I see that your higher self can see potential in certain things. So this is more like setting intentions around this time of year. I guess you would call them New Year's resolutions or whatever. But yeah, I see that a lot of you guys may be creatives. I'm seeing dancers. I'm seeing, could be musicians, but I'm getting like feminine energy. Like, it could be a woman that's a dancer or something like that. And there's a lot of high hopes. There's some, like, a lot of desire. I get like the Star card from these 2 cards. The Star card. So I get, you guys are going to have luck when it comes to your creative goals, and also certain visions you have for yourself, true heart's desires. And the thing about the shadow side of Pisces I've learned is that Pisces, they have big goals and dreams, but if they don't set those things in motion, they kind of procrastinate. They talk about it, but they don't really be about it. So that's the shadow side of Pisces. So make sure that you have a clear plan and balance all this energy out, okay? Let's pull some tarot, and then I will get into the love. So I'm just tapping into the general energy that I see right now. Ooh. What we got going on, Spirit? All right, there's an anchor. I'm seeing an anchor, like You know what I mean? I don't know how to explain it. I'm seeing an anchor, and to me, I associate anchors with boats and ships. So boats to me also, like on a spiritual sense, represent a journey, some sort of travel. Anchors can represent stability. I don't know. I just saw that. It like flashed in my mind's eye. The Lover's card came out clear as day. This has been a stalker card for me. The Five of Swords came out. You guys have a decision to make, but you're conflicted. Six of Pentacles. The Ace of Swords in another deck. The Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Swords. The Ace of Cups. Two aces. Six of Cups. You got good cards. And this six is right underneath the Six of Pentacles. That's interesting. The Full card. New beginning. The Hangman. That was the energy I was channeling in the beginning. How I was sitting with my leg crossed when I was doing the singing bowl was like the Hangman. And I think of the Hangman as like a sacrifice and an initiation. I call it the Jesus card. They say Jesus is a Capricorn, if you want to get into that type of, you know. But really, if that's the case, because I believe, because they reference the Piscean energy a lot, so I guess there's some controversy with that. I don't get into that too much, but the Hangman is a Pisces energy, but we are in Capricorn season, so take what resonates. All right. So the Lover's card, again, can represent a choice in the matters of the heart. Could be someone is conflicted by communicating something. You could be back and forth with should I not. The leftover cards that I have is the Ten of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, and the Three of Pentacles. All right. So yeah, there's a choice that needs to be made, and I feel like there's a little bit of mental conflict, but again, Spirit is trying to help somebody here. You got a lot of elementals, so some of you guys have a special connection with the earth elements. You could have air and earth in your chart. Moths. Is that a moth? Yeah. So you got moth here. It says sexuality. New relationships and sexual energies and activities are strong now. People respond strongly. Trust what smells right. Not what smells right. Because you got a moth here in this card. So the Lover's card can definitely be like there's a lot of passion, a lot of sexual energy that you're feeling. Or it could just be creatively. But it's something that someone wants to move towards, or someone that someone wants to move towards. I didn't even get into the love energy yet, and it's already coming out. But it could also resonate as a general, you know, message. It doesn't have to be love per se. But I do get the feeling that someone's being guided, but it's like they're holding themselves back because of, I feel like someone wants to make a move, but the move has something to do with an equal give and take or exchange of energy or exchange of something on a material level. Because on the mental plane, there's a lot of confliction and confusion, even though spirit and angels are conversing or giving guidance and clarity, but it's you know, you're free to choose what you want. The Lover's card can also represent a path between your heart and your mind, or the path between your soul's calling versus what's comfortable to you. So again, a lot of you guys know that you're being pushed into, I wouldn't say pushed into, but this new energy is like you're being called to step forth into a new beginning, a new energy, and it's fearful, it's scary. For some of you, the relationship can initiate a new beginning for you in your life, just in general, but take what resonates. The Six of Pentacles does tell me that Spirit's trying to gift and bless two people in this situation. I also feel like if you have children, again, some of you guys will be working with children. You will be helping them expand on their spiritual gifts. And I also feel for some of you guys, you will be blessed with a child soon. If not, yeah, I feel like at least within or coming out of next year, someone will be pregnant, if not have a child already in that new year. The Ace of Swords, there's a hawk here, so there's a very strong message that wants to come through. Some of you guys may have Hawk in your name, or your nickname could be Hawk. You could also be Native American and have Hawk in your name. Um, I heard Red Hawk. I actually know somebody that has Red Hawk in their name. Actually, it's a younger person that I know that has that name, and they have Native American ancestry. So it could be that. Now, for some of you, it doesn't have to be like, it could be a street name or something. I'm getting a town that you live in, somewhere you're guided to go. You might meet someone that has that in their name, and I feel like it's a message. It's a messenger. Somebody that's going to play as a messenger for you or you to someone else. But you're going to get a very profound message, I feel, however this comes to you. And in Native American, the divine, the supreme being is called Great Spirit. So there's a highly spiritual connection to the divine and a message that's very, very clear. The Knight of Pentacles is here. The Knight of Swords follows right after the Knight of Pentacles. So after some time of slow progression and movement, things are going to move rapidly once this message comes in, I feel. Because this sword is, it's almost like this hawk is conjuring this sword up from out of the ground into the sky. Like this hawk is calling it to being this. So this can represent prophetic energy, a prophecy, something being spoken into existence, something that's already something that has already been written, already is in the spirit realm. And this sword is coming out of the mountains, it appears, and mountains can be symbols of obstacles. So there's clarity how to get out of a situation or moving past an obstacle. There was some time, I feel like summer coming into winter, there's movement. So you may have found like things were very slow during the summertime of this year or past, and it's funny that as things, like as the season gets cooler, but things actually start to warm up. So I do get that. Maybe Aquarius season, coming out of Capricorn season, maybe even. So there's going to be some sort of progression, slow movement in the beginning, something being offered, but like slow, very practical, or this could be business things, but certain shit's going to move very quickly. Or I'll get into the love messages in a little bit. For some reason, for some of you, I do feel guided to say that if there is a choice that needs to be made, there's conflict in it, but I feel like it's going to be some sort of offer that comes through after a clarity, or someone's going to get a message about something that's coming or has already received a message. It's taking some time. It may have already been an offer, but it was like a slow build or something, and things are going to pick up. And it's going to be an emotional offer or an emotional new beginning, a blessing. Okay. It's very overwhelming, whatever this is, but I feel it's a return of something, the Six of Cups. It's kind of like a dream come true, like a little inner child type of energy that comes in. Some of you, this is like finances that have been halted and something starts to move quickly for you in the areas of finances or business or something like that. If you have children, or maybe you didn't think that you could have children, some of you, this is like a miracle child, I feel. And I'm getting twins. Because you have the Six of Pentacles that has two kids. You have the Six of Cups that has two kids. And you have the Lovers, which is kind of depicted as a twin flame card for some people. I do get twins, possibly. Six of Cups and Ace of Cups can represent soulmate connections. But it could also represent pregnancy for me. So it's very possible. I keep getting that so strongly. Like, I don't know why, but I keep getting it very strongly. And you guys might even have like a twin boy and girl, which is cute. If that's not resonating with you, there's some sort of miracle that's like gonna spark an inner child, reaction. Like, I don't know. Is the offer legit? I feel like it is. Because I feel like spirit's calling someone to move forward. And especially with the Lovers card here, there's nothing outside of this that's faulty, because I feel like there's divine protection surrounding this offer with this angel right here. Then you have the Fool. So the Fool card is, this represents a new beginning that's ushered in, a sense of freedom. I don't want to jump too far ahead, but this is someone's child. Once this child comes in, this child has like a very, like, they're going to initiate some sort of new energy. This is a very highly intuitive, highly spiritual child. I can't even really get into it like that depth is like I want to, but it's showing itself. So this is something, again, with the Ace of Swords, the Fool is right underneath the Ace of Swords. So like I said, something that's prophesized, and I have chills all over my body. And I know, yeah, I felt it. Yeah, that's for somebody, or maybe a few of you. Russian wind. So I gotta trust. I feel like definitely something, like the reason why Spirit's showing this already is because it's already been prophesized, or it's already written. Swords represent words. So then you have the Hangman right next to it. So you're being ushered into a new beginning, but it does require a sacrifice, okay? And I feel like the sacrifice is the ego. The sacrifice is standing and sticking to the norm, and what fear of what others will think about you or say, or sticking to societal rules. This is doing shit in an unorthodox way. Am I back? My brother called. My bad. My brother called, and he's probably gonna call again because he does shit like that. Um, Knight of Cups. The Three of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles. So this Knight of Cups, you have three knights. There is movement that's coming in. Not only is it like straight up, straightforward, honest, but it was something that was well planned or well thought out. And to where like the emotions, like they're not kings, but there's some sort of progression too. There's some sort of forward movement, okay? It's not a page energy where the pages are like youthful, young, don't really know too much, not even really sure of what they want, acting on an impulse. Even though sometimes the Knight of Swords can be an impulsive person, but I feel like this is someone that's really clear, and that's why they're acting on this. So, I feel like there's a guided, something that someone's been guided. So the Ten of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles, I feel like, yeah, someone's been putting in some sort of work. Some sort of work, some sort of spiritual work. Someone's been doing their homework. Someone has also been working towards manifesting something. It could be financially. Okay? Someone could be manifesting a love situation that leads to a child, but little do they know that this child is like, is going to be like the GOAT, the OG, like the spiritual OG in the family. Like, I don't know. Like, they're manifesting something massive. This child is a blessing. I'm telling you. I don't know who this is. I don't know who this is, but this baby is a blessing. And it's like ancestors are working. Like, this is not about, I say this all the time. So some of you guys, I don't know why Spirit always wants me to talk about this shit, because I don't really get into labels and whatnot, but like divine counterparts and soulmates and twin flames and all that shit, I don't really get into it like that in the thick of it anymore. And I don't like labels. But I do feel like it's a spiritual connection that's meant to initiate a new beginning, a blessing. And if it's not a child, it's like a business idea or some sort of, you know, helping of society or something that is in relations to children. And you could be bringing, like, helping these children come out and share their gifts with the world. That's going to be a blessing to everyone around, or society, or generation. Like, it's something with that. And so a connection really is like, it's already meant to happen, because it's not really about the people, it's about the children. And for some of you, it's like two, like twitches, two witches, little babies. I'm like, not witches, but you know what I mean, like two gifted children, like that you give birth to. Like, when they come together, it's just like some sort of magical energy. It's really interesting. And I don't want to get weird on y'all, like, unless you believe in reincarnation or something, but I feel like this baby could be a reincarnation or something, or may remind you of a passed over loved one. Could be like a father, a grandfather, great grandfather, something like that. Because look, it's like this man here with these 2 kids, this man here with this baby. So yeah, it's interesting. So if it's not children, because I told you guys you're going to be working with spiritual children, it could be your own children, future children for some of you, and others it could be just, you know, children in a community of some sort that you're helping, spiritually helping. Okay, love. How do I want to do this? Do I want to use the romance angel? What is the energy surrounding love? Thank you, God. Thank you for loving God. Okay, what is the messages for the collective at this time in regards to love while we are closing out and ending the decade, while we're closing it out? Closing it out. Pay attention to the red flags. Pay attention to the signs. Pay attention to the signs around you. Express your love. You deserve love. Trust. Someone's way, yeah, I figured. Someone's way too guarded. And it's safe for you to love at the bottom of the deck. Some of you are way too guarded and you're like looking for shit to be wrong in your love life, or looking at people and like, oh, I'm waiting for the shoe to drop. You motherfucker, I don't trust you. You got the attraction. Make the effort. Forgiving and learning. Love yourself first. Yeah, it's like, oh, I can't. I don't trust. I don't know if I can trust. And some of you guys, it is warranted because maybe you have someone that you are dealing with that broke your trust. So therefore, it's not easy. But for some, it's like past shit that needs to be let go of, and Spirit, again, is going to highlight the things that need to be eclipsed out of your life. But express your love is like, there's a fear of vulnerability on someone's end. I feel someone's like willing to express themselves and one person is not, or someone is being guided to make a romantic gesture, I'm hearing. So whoever that's for, you'll know if it's you or another person, but someone is being guided to express themselves. And I also feel like you guys need to remind yourself that you are deserving of love, and stop doubting yourself and second guessing yourself or counting yourself out of what you want ultimately in love. Spirit's telling you to have trust. So if you don't feel worthy and you don't trust yourself, you're not going to trust other people. That's a given. But and even if it's hard for you to trust yourself, if you believe in a divine power, a supreme being that lovingly has your back, trust that you're not going to be put into a bullshit situation if you're trusting in a divine being. But I also feel like for some of you, Spirit is saying to, if you feel fear, ask yourself why. Okay, because sometimes people don't feel deserving of love, so therefore they push love away and they come up with all types of excuses as to why something cannot work and this and that, even though they do want it, but it's a fear. So someone has fear of opening up to someone, falling into trust, or it's just a need to have faith in your love life or situation and know that what's of your highest good will be. Like, it's a given. You are deserving of ultimately what you want, what's your true heart's desire. Your next card is attraction. And I feel like you guys are manifesting something, but I also feel someone is like going to take action soon towards you. Because this almost looks like the same scenery a little bit. So attraction comes before the make the effort card. Someone is going to make the effort, but again, it's like there's a barrier. There's a barrier here, and I feel like there's a feminine energy that's putting the barrier up. Okay, there's a barrier between this feminine and masculine energy. It's like a wall that's put up because it's like I feel safe over here, and someone, like, I feel like there's a masculine energy that's going to do this, but like through certain gestures, they're going to try to like show you their interest, or someone's oblivious to something. There's a feminine energy that may be oblivious. Some of you guys have insecurities to where you kind of doubt yourself and doubt that you're able or capable of attracting something that's genuine or someone that's genuine, or you second guess, or you downplay yourself, you downplay your looks, or whatever you're doing. You're oblivious to the fact that when you're in that mode, you can't see when people are trying to, make efforts. And this doesn't have to be one specific person. This could be people in general that are just attracted to you. You don't see it because you're in your own little world and you're like, oh, they ain't checking for me. And it's a wall. Look who came out. The Queen of Swords. That guardedness. Like, I wish a motherfucker would card. Don't even play me. Don't even try it. You got the King of Swords again. The King of Swords, like, look. I don't have anything to harm you. Like, I'm right here with my sword. Like, I'm straight up too. Like, I'm a real motherfucker too. So some of you could have someone around you like that, or you're going to attract this. Okay, both strong-willed individuals. Like, I put it back. I put the card back. I forgot. The Ace of Swords had the same bird, if I'm not mistaken, that the King of Swords has. So Spirit may be giving you a heads up about this person. Now, I said this individual may have a thing for birds or something, or it could be an animal totem, but there's a message that's, connected to this. So the Ten of Swords is that you guys could be very cold and like don't allow people in, and it can not only just be feminine energy, it can also be masculine energy that's also like this, like, oh, I don't let nobody get close to my heart, or oh, you can't move me, oh, I'm in control type of my emotions, and I don't let nobody get too close. It could be a masculine energy like that too, but the ego is gonna shut that shit down, because I feel sometimes Spirit will use certain people to get us out of this energy. However it needs to happen, there's a shift that needs to take place. Okay, the Strength card is here. Okay, Strength card is like, if it's like they both have to trust each other, right? This lion is the king of the jungle. I don't know who this human heifer is, but you're not supposed to be here. Okay, I could easily bite you. I could bite your hand off, your head off, whatever. I can eat you alive. And this woman here could easily be afraid of being vulnerable to this lion and get too close to him. Okay, but there's a level of trust on both parties' ends, right? This lion cannot be comfortable next to this woman unless he trusts her, right? And this woman can't sit next to this big ass lion unless she trusts, right? So I feel like it's like an energy exchange between two people, are like, no, don't get too close to me. No, I don't trust you. Or one person's like this, the taper resonates. And this represents real inner strength. Like, can you differentiate between pride and ego, between what's real inner strength and what's being, when it's okay to be vulnerable and it's not a sign of weakness whatsoever. But Spirit's going to come and bring some justice to a situation. You have forgiving and learning. So forgiving and learning means that if it's connected to a specific person, if that this resonates with you and another person, if it's not about another person, then this is just generally speaking past situations that you've been through, that there's a need to release the past so you can heal. Like, Spirit's bringing this up because what Spirit's trying to do is bring something in very beautiful for you guys, or renew a connection, or bring in something new completely for you. But if you're stuck in this energy of the past and doubting yourself and I can't, I won't, then it's not going to happen. Okay? So love yourself first is here as well. So both parties have to not only forgive and release the past, but the first step to forgiveness is forgiving yourself. Because a lot of times it's easy to say, oh, if I only would have known that this person was of my highest good, or only if, and oh, I was stupid because I allowed this person. But if you say to yourself, I only knew what I knew at the time, or this person, maybe they needed me to be support to them, and maybe, you know, it was just a seasonal connection. That's fine. At the end of the day, we weren't meant to be. I hope this person finds what they're looking for, and blah blah. Free yourself of these old ass energies, because if you take it with you, you're not going to be able to allow what's meant for you in if you're harboring all of this resentment. And trust me, I know, like, sometimes you want a motherfucker to get back what they did to you, but you can't worry about that. That's also holding on to shit too. So let it go. Forgive and release. Okay, so that love can come in. This card says it very clearly. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. So you won't be able to even see the good shit, because you're always looking for the what so and so did in the past to repeat itself. Or, oh, I can't open up to this person because I was rejected before, or this person took my kindness for weakness, so therefore I can't. But it's like you're blocking yourself. So love yourself first is also here. Respect yourself. Respect your boundaries. You know better now. You know what you're deserving of. Alright. So, let's see. I'm not done yet. Yep, thank you, Jay. Much love. I'm still doing generals, guys. I'm almost done with the love reading, and then I'll start asking people to push. Alright. I'm not ignoring anybody, so don't take it like that. So for some reason, you guys, yes, Dara, definitely. Love like you've never been hurt before. Love like you, and it's not easy to do. It takes a lot of work. A lot of it. Trust me, I know. Alright. Let's see. What I'm gonna use my love fortune oracle cards just to see what we can expect. Like, you know, closing out, maybe potential future energies. Faded and a gamble. Okay, remember how I was saying, like, someone might be wanting to take a gamble or being guided to. It says tough decision, choice between lovers, and a risk. A risk has to be taken. And everything's divinely orchestrated. You have the faded card. It says divinely orchestrated and timely. Everything is under divine order, divine time. Some of this shit is not gonna happen when you think it should or when you want it to, but some of you will get you will get dates. You will get like times, at least a month. You might get a number. You might get spirits giving you something. They're like giving you a heads up, because you got to be prepared. I got this in another reading, and I don't know what reading it was. I don't remember. It was recent, but I heard "Stay Ready" by Janae Aiko and Kendrick Lamar. And I heard that line, "Stay ready." So it's like you have to be prepared for something. I don't know. That's what I'm hearing. You have speculation. So you're going to hear from a lot of intuitives, psychics, maybe your own personal readings, maybe general readings. I don't know. You'll be hearing the same messages over and over from different messengers. And that's how you know Spirit's speaking to you. Because if they're saying the same type of things again, take heed. If you're someone who's already intuitive and you keep getting the same type of synchronicities or messages from spirit guides or in your dreams or something, take heed. Like, because I get like you might be, it says speculation. So some of you guys may be like, it sounds too good to be true, because you got the Jupiter and Cancer placement. So this is like luck in the areas of matters of the heart, the home, family, you know, things that matter to you. So it's like, I don't know, it sounds too good to be true. So trust yourself. You are divinely protected. There's a tiger here. Remember, we pulled the Siberian tiger card, or not card. I randomly fell on that page. It was passion. It says expect an expansion of your power and sense abilities. Control your passions Do not let them become unpredictable. So yeah, you're protected. And the decision card here, there's a gamble, there's a game, there's a chess game that's being played. Like spirit is all over this. I'm telling you, there's fortune here. There's blessing. There's a blessing. Fortune is the sun and Leo. So something that you can be proud of. We did pull the strength card, which rules Leo energy. This could be Leo's in your chart or the time frame of Leo or something like that. But you have the fourth house, the first house, the third house, the fifth house. You have the fourth house twice, which is Cancer. The moon in Cancer with friendship. So what's coming to you is a connection, and I'm telling you, I don't know why. I'm getting a double meaning with this. This is a coupling. It could be like a connection that starts off as friendships first, or, you know, that's the basis of the connection, or there will be a renewal of a friendship within a connection, or this represents these twins that want to come in. I'm telling you, and there's a bird here too. Like the spirit keeps bringing to me the same messages I have to trust. Like that is maybe the second reading or the third reading I've heard about that I pulled personally in a general reading that I've done for you guys recently. I think one was, I want to say the first time that I heard this message was in my Divine Masculine reading that I posted sometime Friday, or I think last Friday, this past Friday, and I don't know, I think I said it again in another reading, but I don't remember. But I'm going to say, because this also rules the house of family and things close to the heart and things like that, the fourth house. So I'm going to trust this. And it looks like a lot of you, look, there's two babies here. For a lot of you, you are going to have twins for a lot of you. And I feel for some of you, your set of twins will be a boy and a girl, to be honest. That's what I'm getting. But yeah, what separates all of this energy is a decision has to be made at the end of the day, though. And this is about communication. It's all in the communication and how passionate you about how passionate you are about what you say, or it could be another person, because the third house is Gemini's house and it rules communication. So you have Mars and Gemini. This is about communication, and also a decision needs to be communicated. But don't forget that there is a tough decision that's involved. There is a gamble. Remember I was saying something about gambling, Vegas or 777. If you see the number 777, it's like spirit maybe knocking at your door telling you that there's a decision that needs to be made. Yes, there is a risk with it, but is it worth the risk? You know, it's up to you how you see it. Where's my other cards? Okay, so someone wants to... What's up, Ilani? You know I'm slow, Ilani. I thought tonight was New Year's Eve. I'm slow. And that's why I was asking you, like, what was your gig tonight? I'm slow. I don't be paying attention to the dates too much. But it says, I am sorry for the past hurt your exes and or I may have caused you. So someone's apologizing for some sort of hurt that was inflicted on you from your past, or maybe that they also have inflicted upon you in the past. One of you could be, or both of you could be like, you know, I'm sorry. I'm not going to hurt you. I didn't mean to hurt you. It could be one or the other. Because I get like there's both some wounded energies here from both ends. I feel so much gratitude to even be connected to you. So, you know, someone wants to say to the other person, whether this is you or someone else, they feel a sense of gratitude to be connected to you. And I honestly feel like you've highlighted a lot of things for them. You've helped them in ways you know not of. So some of you are dating others and some of you are not. Because you got two contradictory cards. It says, if there was someone else, you would definitely know. And then the other card says there is someone else either dating exclusively or dating multiple people. So some of you guys may be, you know, one of those situations. Or it could just be like one of those resonate with you in your situation. It doesn't have to be that either of you have anyone else or anything like that. It could just be one of the situations. Both of you may have someone or just dating out, whatever, or you guys may both just not have anybody. And if that was the case, you would definitely know. And I also get the vibe that someone is suspicious that there's a lot of people, that there may be someone else. And it's like, if there was, I have no problem with letting that be known. Like, it wouldn't be a secret. Something like that I'm hearing. Because the King and the Queen of Swords are usually very straight up people. Very forthcoming people. So I would say, like, yeah, sharp communication. Pray for me. Okay, so someone needs some prayer. Someone's going through a tough time. Like I said, there's a lot of healing that's taking place. So not everybody is in their highest and best state right now. There's a lot of purging, a lot of releasing. Maybe a lot of shit that's going on in their life that, you know, is very challenging for your life. Okay, so you need to rid yourself of insecurity and jealousy. So someone needs to let go of jealousy. You cannot get into a relationship and this was a demon of mine. I'm going to call this demon out because it's got to go. I had this issue with jealousy in relationships that was something I did not trust people. I always thought that it was always some shady shit going on. Oh, you talking to this bitch. Oh, why are you doing this? Or who is this? And blah, blah, blah. Oh, that's what you like. And blah, blah. Just very, very toxic, very insecure, immature shit. This has to go. Like, it's gotta go. It's gotta go. Like, and it was also what it boiled down to. It was like, I didn't believe in my own self-worth, so I always question, okay, well, why the fuck would you want to be with me? Or, oh, you must want to be with somebody else, or blah, blah, just stupid stuff. And it's really a reflection of how you feel about yourself. So you could be dealing with this monster energy or someone else's, but the thing is, the spirit is saying that this needs to go. Like, maybe this was a problem or issue in an existing connection, or is, and that has to subside. It has to go. Your beauty and energy is so damn alluring. Did you put a spell on me? So yeah, like, okay, so someone is like jealous and worried for no reason because someone here is like your energy and your beauty. Like, there's something about you, very drawn to you in a way that it's almost like a spell. Like, I can't explain it or I can't control it, but here someone is over here like highly jealous and insecure for no reason. Everyone can see the changes in me because of you. Yeah, see, that's, I feel like the gratitude comes from this, that there's been some significant changes, even if it required a little bit of triggering or pain to get here. The changes, these positive shifts in each other, or one of you, they feel a sense of gratitude, or you feel a sense of gratitude because of this. Okay, and even if other people don't know that you're the cause of these changes, they still see a shift and change in this person. So yeah, sex with you is not purely a physical act. My heart and soul explodes. So if you have not had sex yet, take what resonates. But I feel like for those of you that have, definitely they're saying like it wasn't just about sex, or it isn't all about sex with you. They felt something very deep, very profound, and that's what they remember. You know, how they felt on a spiritual level, on an emotional level, not just the physical body's pleasure. And if this has not happened, there's a person, or you feel this, like this is something where it would be a spiritual explosion. You're in my heart and in my mind. So this is a situation where, regardless of what's going on right now, you're in this person's heart and mind, and vice versa. I feel like this is a two-way street. I have a lot of cards I wanted to come out, you guys. My heart chakra hurts a little bit. So it could feel a little bit heavy, but it doesn't have to be heavy energy, but it could feel like that. Like an intense feeling in the heart chakra. I feel like those are pulls. It's a heart pull for some of you. And I was just having this discussion with one of my sisters that you have to discern what the heart pulls are coming from. Is it a cord that's a toxic cord between you and another person? Or is it a genuine connection, like a cord of like you're communicating with your heart chakras? Because that's possible. And it doesn't have to be between romantic partners. This could be, you know, babies have that type of connection with their mothers too. So it's like a pull that you feel. It's an energy. I have been avoiding you. There's a reason why some of you have been avoiding the situation or avoiding each other, or one of you. And I don't feel like, to be honest, looking at these cards, it has nothing to do with each other. This is more about maybe needing to go into hermit mode, figure some shit out, or deal with shit on their own that's going on, or your own. I have trust issues and I don't feel safe opening up. No duh. That's what's been coming out majority of the reading. So people have trust issues here, and this is another thing Spirit's calling out that needs to be released, okay? Because if you cannot trust each other, this connection cannot flourish, okay? I ask around about you through mutual friends, psychics, or etc. So you guys are like, you know, trying to see what's up with each other. Maybe this is a situation where you guys are not in contact like that. Just trying to feel into, okay, well, is so-and-so single, or do you know what they're, you know, are they talking to somebody? Are they still with so-and-so? Or, you know, where they, you know, what are they up to now these days, blah, blah, blah. Or just being nosy online or something, or asking psychics about the situation, like, what should I do? Is this right for me? Is this person, you know, where their feelings stand with me? So and so on and so forth. Your vibe is something rare and hard to find in anyone else. So it's like reiterating again that the energy and the vibe that one of you, like both of you or one of you are saying this to each other, that it's different. I can't find it in anyone else. Like this energy, this connection, the vibe, you, just what you come with is very different. Okay. And they see that. And maybe some of you guys have tried to step out and find something that was easy to deal with and wasn't as intense, or you can just sense the difference of this situation or this connection. All right, so that was from my love messages cards. If you guys would like to pre-order these cards, they are available on my website. My fortune cards are also on my website. I'm going to use the Venus is the Plug cards just as a message for you guys, like as a motivational message, just period. How did these cards come up, flip upward? Okay. One card for the collective, and then I'll get into readings. Just give me a moment. Okay. Venus and Aquarius. It says, love is kind, patient, but most importantly, it is free. A need for independence and non-attachment with heart matters. You have the ability to teach and learn this valuable gem. So, Venus and Aquarius. Some of you guys may literally have a Venus and Aquarius, or something with Aquarian energy, or the time or season of Aquarius could be significant to you. But Spirit is saying, like, you have to practice these principles with love, kindness, patient, and free. You know, love is free. It's not conditional. It does not come with conditions. I love you only if and when and like this, and you gotta be this and like that. It does not come in that type of package. It is saying there's a need for some independence and detachment here as well when it comes to heart matters, not being overly serious or zealous of this situation or a person or just your life in general, because this could be just collectively, period, general sense. Okay. And you're going to be teaching people what you've learned in this decade. You're going to be teaching people. I don't know how you're going to be doing it, whether you're an example of just by walking and living in your truth, or you're going to be actively teaching this, but you're also learning too. I hope that made sense. So we're going to move on, and I'm going to figure out how I'm going to do this. I'm not going to take too many people because I'll be on here all day. So just one simple question. All right. Give me a second, you guys. I'm going to choose. I'm going to choose based off of like, I'm going to try to do this in like a fair way. Because if I do it to where like all these questions are popping in at once, I'm never going to get to anybody. At least not clearly. How do I want to do it? Fuck. Let's see. Okay. Let's do it like this. My handwriting or my drawing skills are not on point, really. I'm sorry. You know. I don't have any other colors, any other markers. I'm going to do 4 people because I only have 4 colors. So, the first person, the first to answer the colors that I have here on this stock card, you guys get a free question. That's how I'm going to do it. So I have the color red, I have the color green, I have the color black, and I have the color purple. Sorry to see some people already. Let me go back. The first person I see that got green was Aphrodite. Let me see. Blue, orange, green, red. Wolfie got red. Is that how you pronounce it? Yellow. Purple. The first person to get purple was Michelle. Claire B got black, even though she called out every color in the... No, I'm not going to give it to you because she answered every color in the rainbow. I'm sorry. Love Always Wins got black. Because, she went about it fairly. Love Always Wins. Alright. So, Wolfie, I'll start with you first. Let me go in the order of the colors, because if y'all do that, I can't keep up with everybody. So I'll start with Wolfie's question, and then I'll call out Aphrodite, then I'll call out Love Wins, and then Michelle to leave their questions, because I don't want to get too confused. You're welcome, Dara. Much love. I love you. I hope you guys have a blessed New Year. Much love to you guys. Okay, Wolfie, your question is, who is your real guy who will truly love you? Any hints? Alright. Divine Spirit, I thank you for your love and guidance, truth and clarity. For Miss Wolfie, who is the guy that will truly love her? Please give us a hint. You guys are welcome. I appreciate y'all. Getting to know each other, engagement, and worth waiting for. So whoever this person is, they may be very guarded, very, and you too. You guys are not going to trust each other right off the bat, or this could be a situation where you both had trust issues if this is someone around you, but let's see. This is going to be a connection that does go to... I feel like whoever this guy is into commitments. Let's get that out of the way. I feel like they're serious. They will be someone that may... I don't feel like they would pressure you into marriage, but they would make it very clear that they want that, or that's something that they're open to in life. This is a connection that will test the patience out of you. You and this person may be tested through patience, or you... Who is this person that will truly love Wolfie? The person that will truly love her. Can you please give us hints? Thank you. I knew it. I was going to say, because he had a sword, I was going to say this person is an air sign. They could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius person. And you got the King of Swords. And you also have the Queen of Swords. So you guys are both guarded. If you look at these cards, this girl does not trust this guy. She's hiding behind this woman, and he's got his sword up looking at her. So you guys may have a little bit of trust issues in the beginning. This person, though, they are serious, though, about love. They're not a player type whatsoever. They're a committed type of person. They are not going to commit unless they're serious about a person. Yeah, this person's going to test your patience. They're going to make you wait, and I feel like it's not anything bad. It's because this person wants to make sure that what they're getting themselves into is worth the investment. They're that type of person. The Strength card. I feel like the general reading, like, take the jewels out of that reading as far as the trust and both of you guys needing to be vulnerable with each other with the Strength card, you know, because the Lion, he's very prideful and very confident, very cocky in his environment. And this woman, you know, she came to be the healer, be the helper, protector, but at the same time, there's a fear of being vulnerable and being bitten by this lion. But if they both trust each other, they can, you know, dwell in the same place without any drama. So this is also a connection that's very abundant and very infinite in love. This person, you may bring out their soft side and then you. And you have the Eight of Wands. So something with the number 8. Something with the number 8 stands out. You got the Strength card, which is the 8th major arcana in the tarot, the 8 of Wands. This connection, though, will be very passionate, very strong connection. I feel like this person will be like a protector of you. They're very sweet on you or soft on you, like you're their sweetheart. Like you bring out the fuzzy kitty cat out of this lion. Basically, that's the type of energy I get from this. And there's this wanting to nurture them and take care of them and love up on them. So it's kind of like Beauty and the Beast type of vibes. Like they didn't get along in the beginning. That's what I get from this card. Like they didn't get along, and then you got the rose reference. That could be a movie that you like or something. That could be another thing. Or this person, something about Beauty and the Beast. I don't know. I feel guided to say that. You know what one of my other favorite movies were? I've never really watched the Chronicles of Narnia, but it was like it was called The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. It was a cartoon. I think it was made in the 70s or maybe the 80s. I used to watch it all the time when I was little, and I was in love with the lion. Can't remember his name. Was it Lazarus? Was that his name? I don't know. I love the lion. I had a soft spot, like this big kitty cat, and I feel like they might be someone that's very, very spiritual, very regal, very protective, like a guardian to you. Oh. So yeah, that's what I'm getting. I love that movie. I don't know if y'all can find that. It probably, if it's not on YouTube, I don't know if you can find it, but it's called The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, and it's an animated version, and I think it's 70s or the 80s. So I can't figure out his name. Maybe you guys know his name. I don't remember. But yeah, the Lion of Judah. Yeah, very spiritual. But yeah, this is an abundant connection, and it's like your communication. You guys communicate on a deep level. If you notice, there's only 2 wands that have this red string. Remember the red string of fate? So it's like you guys may feel very early on, like as far as like how the passion is, that you guys are definitely connected, I feel. Sounds corny, but that wouldn't have stood out to me if it wasn't something. And I feel like flowers are a big thing. I feel like this person would like bring you flowers. She has flowers on her lap, or lavender roses. And I don't know what these are, but these are pretty. So they might be into that. So that's a person. That's your person. All right, Miss Aphrodite, what was your question? I want to figure out what that lion's name was, because this is going to like bother me. What is his name? Maybe it was Lazarus. Maybe not. Would moving to Texas be a good choice for you? Okay. Let me see. The Lion and Chronicles of Narnia. Y'all gonna make me watch that movie. Mr. Thomas? Oh, you said it. I thought you said Asian. I was like, who's Asian? Oh, okay. I don't know if that's his name in The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Maybe I'm wrong, but okay. Okay, so Aphrodite. You're welcome, Wolfie. Okay, thank you. Thank y'all. Aphrodite, would moving to Texas be a good idea? Would it be her highest good for Aphrodite to move to Dallas? Did you say Dallas or you said Texas? One or the other. What's up, Ariel? Thank you, God. Would it be of her highest good? Please give me clarity. Would it be of her highest good? Ten of Pentacles wanted to come out really bad. If the Two of Wands, the Two of Cups, the Knight of Swords. This be of her highest good. Whoa. The Lover's card came out. Ugh. So I'm going to say, I'm going to pull one more. The Six of Cups. I'm going to say yes. It's a lot of love. What the fuck? Excuse my language. I don't know if you're moving for love or you feel like it would be a better opportunity, or maybe Spirit's telling you that you will feel a sense of connectedness. I feel like it's a yes. I feel like this is something you need to listen to your heart, but also be practical about it at the same time. With the Lover's card, this is divine communication. You got the Two of Cups and the Six of Cups, emotional energy. I feel like you'll feel if it's right for you. You'll know. And this can also be a travel card, making a decision. You feel like your life partner's in Texas? It very well could be. Like, that's crazy you said that. You got almost every soulmate card. Six of Cups, Two of Cups, the Lovers. And I see the Knight of Swords is also making a decision, or this could be for movement. But yeah, I feel like you will know when it's the right time. I don't feel like they're telling you no, but you shouldn't. I feel like it's a time for things, but you'll be guided to go. But I feel like this is a strong yes. Strong yes. I feel like you're being pulled. You're being pulled to go. It just might be some fear surrounding it coming from you because it's new and it's how and when and all of that. But you have to trust your heart. I feel like you're being pulled to actually go. Like you're called to go. Because that's clear as fuck. Alright. Next was Love Always Wins. You're next. I look crazy. Y'all didn't tell me I was looking crazy. I was looking ashy. Alright. Love Always Wins. What you got? What you got? What you got on it? What you got? This flame is burning. Like, this flame is like really tall. I don't feel cute, y'all. I feel ashy. I want y'all to see how this flame is like real strong. Wait. You see this? Don't y'all butter me up now. Y'all better stop. I'm just saying. Yeah, that flame is like really like very strong. I like it. I just mean it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. Where did Love Always Wins go? Where you at? Thank you. Yeah, it is pretty. I mean, the light or the camera might be making it look more bigger, but it is standing pretty tall. Like, that's a good sign. I don't know if any of you guys know how to read candles or whatever, but that's usually a good sign for an intention that you're setting. If the flame is like very strong like that and it's steady, it's not moving a lot and shit, like, yeah. What can you expect? Hold on, I missed you. What can I expect from 2020? All right, got you. They probably weren't your soulmate. I mean, I don't want to get into this real quick, but I feel guided to say this because it's a lot of confusion. Like, soulmates, it's a very complex topic. Because I feel like we have a soul tribe. We have a group of people that we are connected to, whether it be for a season or whether it be lifelong, as friends, family, lovers. We have a connection to people in different ways, different meanings and purposes. So you may have felt a connection to a person, but it's like the more you're aware of yourself and your feelings, you'll start to understand like your connection to others and what's the significance of it, rather than immediately, oh, I feel a connection, oh, that must mean that this is the one. Doesn't always necessarily mean that. Like this person could have been there to ignite something in you, teach you something, show you something, or they could be a part of your soul tribe, or you could have had a past life together where there was romance. You know, you just gotta, you have to discern things and go deeper sometimes. Not too deep to where you drive yourself crazy, but look beyond it. What, you know what I mean? Discern it. You have to discern what you feel, and you have to follow your heart. Just flow with the energy. And if it was denied to you, I mean, it was denied for a reason. And like one of my sisters always say, delayed does not mean denied. So just because it was a denied answer with a specific person doesn't mean that your soulmate connection with your true soulmate is denied. You know what I mean? Alright, I felt guided to say that. When the flame got hella big, it's just like a strong intention. So if you're doing candle work, if you're doing candle work and you got a candle that's doing that, like it's very strong like that, the intention's very strong, very clear. And I feel like the candle, it's like the intention has been like set, it's accepted. If you get a lot of candles that blow out, there could be some blockages. I can go into all that shit, but it's very complex. I won't do it right now because let me do this question real quick. I'm sorry. Love always wins. I apologize. Let me get back to you, boo. Where did you go? What can you expect from 2020? Okay. Just to 2020 in general. I'm going to use these cards first. Thank you. Thank you for your loving guidance, truth, and clarity. Thank you. Thank you for your loving guidance, truth, and clarity. For love always wins. What can be expected in 2020? What energies do you see manifesting themselves in 2020? Influence. You got Mercury and Libra. So you're going to be influencing a lot of people in your circle. I feel like this is partnerships. You could be helping people with love and relationships, or you're going to be an example for others when it comes to love and relationships. But I get like the people around you are really going to, you're going to give them a lot of wisdom. Yes, there's a snake here. There's snakes in this card, or a snake in this card. And this garden, it kind of gives me the Garden of Eden, the Genesis or whatever, the story of Adam and Eve and the deception or whatever in the Garden of Eden. But I feel like you're going to clear a lot of things up, okay, when it comes to love and beliefs and partnerships. This has something to do with communication. Concentration. Concentration is Saturn in Gemini. If you guys want to book anything with me, you guys can check out my website. Submission, which is Venus and Pisces. So concentration, I feel for you, there's something with communication. I feel like it's a part of your karmic path or destiny to teach. And I feel like you're here to teach things that are different, that has never been done before. I see this bird. You're going to come out of this. This bird is in a cage and refusing to come out, even though this door is open. The cage is open, but they're refusing to see that. If I'm not mistaken, the 12th house has something to do with education or a life path or something like that. I have to look it up, but this is the 12th house. It's Pisces energy, Venus and Pisces. Like, how dedicated are you to your dreams, and how dedicated are you to your goals? Okay? How dedicated are you to that? Are you okay with being your authentic self and expressing your authentic self with the potential possibility of people not liking what you have to say? because I do feel like you have power in your tongue. You also have the power to manifest a soulmate connection or something in regards to that. But you like, are you speaking life or death over it? But something with 2020, there's a lot of, I get teaching, impulsiveness, which is the Mars and Aries, and this is the first house. So who you are, I feel like you're going to be discovering more about yourself and your actions and why you do certain things that you do, or why you would like to do certain things, or you might start to implement things that you're passionate about. There's a transition or there's a shift with you. Let me see. So you got 7th house, 3rd house, 12th house, 1st house. You got another 3rd house card too. So this is Gemini, again, communication, versatility, Sun in Gemini. You are, the way that you speak, the way that you express yourself, how you show up in the world is going to be something that is different, and it might shock you and it may shock other people around you. Like, you're meant to shake things up around people in your environment, or just maybe on a collective scale if you feel guided to. Then you have the 11th house, which is Venus and Aquarius, detachment. So you're here to like pick people's brains. Like, this is like some psychological, you could be very, very like wise, very smart, very like a teacher. You have a lot of wisdom, okay? I don't feel like this comes from studying books and shit like that. This is, you have a degree from the universe type shit. So this is, I see travel as well, or you reaching a lot of people from all types of different worlds and places around the world with what you have to say or something about your beliefs. So you're being called to come out of that energy. You're not a weak person. You're not someone that's meant to submit and hold back, because that's not your true nature. Spirit's trying to pull you out of that with this bird. So it's a lot of transformation and a lot of enlightenment and spiritual growth. And I do see something a lot with communication and how you communicate, very different. You know, just on the surface, as far as what is being given now, that's what Spirit's saying. That doesn't mean that this is all that's going to happen and that's it. How it manifests itself, you know, I would leave that open to Spirit. But this, you know, this is just what Spirit's bringing to your attention now. All right. Last but not least, Miss Michelle. I hope that resonates with you. What messages do your ancestors have for you going into 2020? All right. Let's use the angels. Ooh. Not the romance angels. Y'all trying to show y'all ass, but maybe this was for you. I don't know. This card fell out of the deck. So it says this is a romance of a lifetime. So something with true love, but I'm going to pull the angel cards because that's what I was guided to do. Not the romance angels, but the angel tarot. What messages do the ancestors that lovingly guide and assist Michelle on her divine path, her truth? What messages do you have for her going into 2020? What messages do these spiritual guides, ancestors, and loved ones, angels that surround her, that have her best interest and highest good, what messages do they have for her? What is it that she needs to know? Her higher self, the most high. Thank you. What messages going into 2020? 7 of Fire, which is the 7 of Wands. It says, defend your beliefs and decisions. Stand your ground. Choose your battles wisely. Okay? So you have the advantage over your adversities, I heard, over the advantage and adversity is like clashing, okay? You have the power over that. And because the fact that she's riding on this dragon and there's these arrows that are coming towards her and she's still smiling like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I feel like this is not allowing certain things to get the best of you, whether these are triggers, whether these are fears. it's like you have the ability to overcome these things. Like you have the power, but it's about your beliefs and your decisions. We always have a choice how we react to shit. We can see it in a negative light or we can see it in a positive light. We always have a choice. And I feel like Spirit's telling you that, to stand firm. Once you make a decision to look at it, stand in that truth. Regardless of what type of shit's coming at you. Because this is like triggers. The Eight of Pentacles. Skilled work is rewarded. Learning all there is to know about a topic. Going back to school. So this is a time for you to spend reflecting, going within. This is a time for you to learn something. I feel like it's about yourself most likely, but you're still doing work. This is inner work, okay? Your work that you're putting in, that you've been putting in, the work that you've done towards yourself or on yourself is paying off. You're still like a student in some sense. It says good news about financial matters. Wanting to do something more challenging, a new area of study. So they're preparing you to come out with something. Like you may look at yourself like, oh, I'm not prepared, or I don't know too much, or this and that. But the more you study and learn yourself, the more you're going to learn about your gifts and more about what it is that you're really passionate about. So there's something that could be financially beneficial for you, that whatever you're studying or whatever work you've done on yourself is kind of like pushing you into that. Not pushing you like in a forceful way, but like encouraging you. Then you have the Archangel Zadkiel with balance, which is the Temperance card in this deck. Says the need for balance and moderation, cooperation, and compromise. Wait for perfect timing. So this is like, you're at where you need to be. First off, you're at where you need to be on your journey. You're balancing yourself out. I feel like this is you cooperating as far as your healing goes with spirit, whatever else, your higher self is up to and your spiritual guides are up to, and that's taking effect in the physical realm, the things that you're putting your energy and effort to. It shows that it's leading you into something financially prosperous. And anything that you set your mind to, period, you're going to be successful. That's how I see it. But it does require your patience. And how dependable are you on yourself? Like, do you really believe in yourself? And do you really trust in your higher spiritual team, your ancestors, and your spirit guides? Because there's work that's being done, not only in the physical, but also in the spirit realm. It's like these energies are merging into one. So yeah, the wait for the perfect timing. This represents, again, knowing that the timing is perfect, okay? Nothing is out of alignment. I don't see that. And whatever is that is out of alignment is being healed. I don't know if that makes any sense. You got a 7 and an 8. So you are growing. You are progressing. Don't doubt that. Don't discount that. Ugh. Then you have the Star. You got another 8. So technically 17 is an 8. And this is with Archangel Jophiel. And it says, happy times, make positive, optimistic, long-term plans on the right path. So again, you need to trust that, and I have chills, you need to trust that where you're at is where you need to be. Because I feel like things are lining up. The more you heal and release, because they're both working with 2 elements of water. This is that balance of energy. This can represent 2 things. Can represent the light and the shadow. This can represent as above, so below. The heart and the mind, spirit and the physical. Can represent past, present, future, whatever. Take what resonates with you. Can represent your spiritual guides and you working together in collaboration with one another. So I feel like you're on the right track. Just because you can't see the physical effects as of right now doesn't mean that it's not happening. I feel like Sagittarius season, there was a lot of forward movement. And going into Aquarius season, you are going to start to see something come about from work that was done during Sagittarius season, potentially. This project that you're working on with your friends, I do see that, it's a moderation and everything has its timing, but I do see positive things coming out of it for you. I don't know if this has anything to do with communication or something like that. Words, messages, something like that. But you're being healed as well, because it's like, say for instance you are a writer, or say for instance you're a singer or something, whatever the case may be. You need to trust whoever that is that's saying that. You need to trust whatever this is. Say for instance it is with communication, your throat chakra may be clearing. You may be doing yeah, a lot of inner child work. Yeah, just healing. Anything else for Michelle, from the ancestors, spirit guides who love and guide her sister, Most High God? Thank you. The ego, which is with Archangel Jophiel. You might want to work with her because she came up twice. But it says a false sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things, negative or fear-based thoughts. So this needs to be cleared out too. You have to trust wholeheartedly, even in what you can't see, because this is the devil card. So the devil represents restrictions and stuff like that, our biggest fears, giving more credit to the dark and the shadow sides of things rather than the higher powers. In our angels and our ancestors, spirit guides, we feed more power to the material realm, to the lower vibrational things. So this is like shifting out of that energy is easy, because this physical shit seems so real, because it's like we can see it, we can touch it, we can taste it. So if we're in this midst of all this bullshit, or I don't see anything happening, I don't have the money for it, or whatever physical things that seem tangible, you kind of close out the unseen and the things that you can't see, and the magical shit that happens, that's really what's real. But it's all about how you balance the energies. And I feel like that's what the star and the temperance speaks of also, is balancing your energies, the physical and the spirit energy, but also knowing how to handle the energies when you're in the shadows as well, and know how to also get right back and pick yourself up again. It's okay. We're not always supposed to be light, love and light and positive all the time. Like, we're humans too at the end of the day. So you have to know how to balance the two and not allow it to drain you and lower you and keep you dense in this energy, because what's happening is that you're evolving and you're getting higher. And there's times where we get tested, but also some of these trials could just be energies that are flushing themselves out, that are being purged out. So you have 3 major arcana cards, and you have the number 15, which is technically 6, but there's a 5. You have number 14, which is technically a 5, but it also has 5 in it. You have number 17, has a 7 in it. There's a lot of elevated energies. I'm noticing you have 2 8s, and you have 2 7s, and 2 5s, and a lot of 1s. So these numbers could be very significant to you. So pay attention to that. But yeah, Archangel Jophiel has come out quite a bit, so maybe you might want to tap into that energy, or see what angel, what she does, or him, whatever they do, what's their assignment with God, or whatever you believe in, and see how that can help you with your process, because it came up for a reason. Oh, it says Archangel Jophiel is the angel of optimism who helps us develop not a sunshiny outlook, that's corny, but a sunshiny outlook and attitude. Call upon Jophiel to help you celebrate your victories and stay optimistic about your future. So that concludes this live, y'all. Much love to you. I appreciate you guys. I will be back January 6th, getting back into my personal readings and stuff like that. So if you guys purchase a reading or anything, I will be, getting on it starting January 6th. Just give me some time. Give me 10 feet. If you guys would like to purchase a reading now, or decks or whatever, you guys can do so in the meantime. But again, just give me some time, because I'm on break technically from personal readings. So much love as always. I appreciate you. Be safe. I don't know if I'm going to be on here tomorrow. I don't think so. So be safe if you guys go out, celebrate, you know, just if you're not celebrating, you just driving around, be careful, be safe. I send protection around you amongst the protection you already do have. So much love as always. Have a blessed new year to you and your loved ones near or far. I will catch y'all soon.